Hi, Jermaine here. Just want to touch on that last video. I just showed you some of the most luxurious things from my surrounding area in Palm Beach County, West Palm Beach downtown. And I want to talk to you about something I just thought about while I was working on the data of my phone, just dumping some unnecessary weight out of the gigabytes so that I can process faster, get more gigs, get more orders when it comes to these grocery orders, food orders, product delivery orders. I want to talk to you about something that need to be talked about. Maybe you heard it in one way or another, but it's time to go deep. Principle from my father. Don't let nobody, that sign right there say stop. Don't let nobody who didn't have no life cost you your life. Meaning that I got freedom right here. There's a deputy sheriff right there. I wave to him. Every interaction in this world, no matter what the current events are, every interaction, you got a chance. Every interaction. A man said something disrespectful to me while I was recording earlier, and I didn't take heavy to it, but I explained in that video. And if there's any way I can crop out that section, I think I want to show that as a conflict resolution, training, development, because I don't think people think that exists a black man that can walk away from a fight, especially if they said something sexually demeaning, manhood demeaning. It's possible, and I've done it tens of thousands of times in life. That's why you're looking at me at 34 years old, and I'm not perfect. Life is that fragile. I'm waving at the deputy sheriff who just went into the 7-Eleven mobile, and that's contrary to all your little arguments that you hear on social media. This is real life, and I told you my relationship. It's got nothing to do with him. I told you my relationship to the police. Police have had my back all my life. Yes, there's been tickets written that I don't agree with. I'm talking about before I could drive. I played football a good part of my young life. I was escorted to games by police, state troopers, and county sheriffs. So this isn't about that. This is about man to man. When this man was a black man from the Caribbean, said this derogatory thing to me. It's not that it's so personal. It's just that the devil has ways through thoughts, ideas, and suggestions. Principality, spiritual wickedness. That's all he got. So you gotta have a toolbox to know how to walk away, how to say no, even though your temperature is now warm. You gotta have a why. Maybe your mom's your why. Maybe your dad's your why. Maybe both your parents your why. Maybe your children are your why. Maybe your wife and your children are your why. Maybe your wife is your why. Maybe your position in a company or organization is your why. You gotta have a reason to walk away. I hope it doesn't come to a conflict or an altercation. And what I'm saying is, you got every choice in the world, but you got people like that gotta do their job in case it go wrong. I'm just saying, that had nothing to do with it. I'm just telling you. The consequences and the repercussions are real. You can walk away from a fight. The person may have said something nasty, but do you really want that? What that person think they want? That's that person's ego. That's that person's machoism. He may identify as an alpha male or whatever. He may have the pull on women that go for that. But ultimately, think about the other side of that behind the walls. That same man, ladies, is probably a man that will manipulate your money, demean you, call you out your name, have other women run around on you, have you looking old, gaining weight or losing weight other than the fine that you are right now, all to have used years of your life. And I'm here to retrain the narrative. That's not what you want. You tell yourself that's what you want. And guys like me who look like the pushover, like I said in the last video, I am a walking deception. I'm not the guy beating his chest. I'm not the guy flexing his muscle. I'm not the guy making promises. I'm not the guy making threats. But I can defend myself. I am a walking deception. I used to be an outside linebacker and a defensive lineman. Hi D7 Serenity Fitness. How you doing? Thank you for joining my live. And what I'm saying is, I hope that I never have to go there before I leave this earth. There's this life and there's eternal life. I hope I never have to. But I'm saying, combat preparedness I have from that sport plus weightlifting, I can defend myself. And I have to calm family down that to say they worry about me. To worry about me is not healthy. To pray about me is healthy. To care about me is love. To worry is a toxic, deadly emotion. Yeah, thank you, D7 Serene Fitness. And I'm not flexing and bragging. A man really said something really derogatory to me. It's not that that's eating at me. I had a debt collector that I had to straighten out first, earlier that day. And a manner of work wasn't going my way. So I just turned the camera on. I show some of the beauty and the wealth of Palm Beach, and I like for people to live this life with me. Show them maybe what they can't see. Maybe they're in snowed in Kansas right now. Maybe they're in a bad situation right now. I just try to show, oh, why is anyone joining? Well, I'm new out here at D7 Serene Fitness. They don't love me like that yet. Plus, like I said, go right back to the root story when I started this video. My dad told me something. I'm 34 now. He told me something between about 30, 31. I think maybe 31. Somebody said something really demeaning about me that they should have never said. Maybe I was 31, 32. And I literally, people wonder if I take days off. I had to take 2-3 days off. He gave me permission. I work every day of the year, y'all. I do my best to curb it, slow it down for family. And I'm doing this also that one day I have all the time. Do as I choose. I'm paying my dues now, and I don't lay as a doormat to be disrespected. You say, oh, okay, I'm going to tell my friend to join. Thank you. You know, I don't need an ego boost, but I appreciate it. They might learn from me. But it was that bad, hot temperature. You're really seeing aftermath of something you ain't did. And I don't care who y'all tattletale. I want to say something wrong. I'm human. I'm a man. I've been through sport combat. There's men out there been through military combat and police combat, and some compounded with sport combat. All men have it in them to do what they have to do. I don't ever look forward to that. What I'm saying is, I can teach and train you. There are ways to walk away from a fight. Don't worry about looking like any name they call you. Well, what happened is D7 Serene Fitness. I'm just saying a principle from my father. I want you to understand this. Don't let somebody who didn't have no life take away your life. What I'm saying is, we live in a world, and I can't water it. I can't cut it. I can't water it now. Black men have this chip on their shoulder through a lot of societal conditionings, and sometimes the socioeconomic place they are in. A lot of times they like to try to prove themselves when someone disrespects them. I walked away and kept filming when this person said this very derogatory, sexual, innuendo, demeaning thing to me, which people actually think is impossible. People actually leave us to destroy ourselves as black men. Yeah, I don't mind describing it. I need somebody, no matter where they pick up on this video, because it's going to Instagram TV and to YouTube and to Facebook, learn how to reason. Think of your why. If you're a married man, think of your wife. If you're an engaged man, think of your fiance. If you're a son and you're an honorable son, think about your mother and your father. If you have both, or if you have one in the earth, think about the big brother, little brother, big sister, little sister that needs you. Not dependent on you, but needs you in the free world and alive. Think about if you have a cause, if you have a charitable foundation, if you have an organization, a company, a team you're a part of, people need you. So I walked away from it and I explained well. And if I could cut and crop that part of the video, because the video is 44 minutes and 50 seconds, I believe, I think people can learn from it. Because I think people think it's impossible. I've been doing it for years. I've done it at least 10,000s of times. Walked away from fights and different things. I'm not saying I've never been in physical altercations and disagreements and bad heated arguments. I'm just saying it's possible to walk away from somebody talking crazy. You gotta have a why. So I had that thought, and I didn't want to rob the world of that thought because I can harvest this moment and never forget what my dad taught me. And hopefully I can pass it on to a few generations of my family last name. You don't have to answer every dog that barks. And it may really bother you. And they may have some people that they cook it up with and it's so funny to them. Something really mean they say it about you. And what hurt is when it ain't true. Or when it's a half truth. But you don't have to go there. Because guess what? A lot of the people that do all that, they're not man enough to do it. They're not man enough to do it. So if they ain't done that to you yet, carry on, son. Carry on. All right, so I'm going to sign off. Be blessed. Love you guys.